the muck means son of, man. Like in Hebrew, you would say, for example, like for me, it'd be my name, Bar, the son, which means Bar means son of, man. And then you would state your father's name, man. Because you yourself ain't really that important. Like where you come from is what carries you, man. You know, that's what carries you, man. You know, but now what carries us is faith, man. You know, faith in the Lord. All right. Go on.
This is Isaiah 11:11. So it says, and it shall come to pass in that day that
like
the
when
Lord...
when Yahushua went up in the temple and to read from the Torah, he had to, because it was a community, he knew who, you know, everybody knew who he was, but he had to salute the priest, man. You know, Yahushua Ban Salakia. I made a mistake. Maybe 2 minutes ago, I said the word bar. That's what the so-called Amalekites, or what the Amalekites use. It's not bar, it's ban. The real word is ban, not bar. They say bar, but the real word say is ban, meaning son of. But when Yahushua went up in the temple, you know, he would say Yahushua ban Yahweh, you know. Ban Yahweh, ban Yasha Allah. Okay? But now our confidence is in the Lord, man.
Okay. Let me just cover the Bible.
Go on. Yeah, go on.
It's at 1 Chronicles 9:1, and it says, so all Israel were reckoned by genealogies, and behold, they were written in the book of the kings of Israel and Judah, who were carried away to Babylon for their transgression.
Yeah, because that also comes into the pollution of the nation. Anybody, if you didn't have a record, anybody could just, any man could just come up in there and say, look, yeah, I'm an Israelite.
Like in Egypt, after we left Egypt.
Yeah. I'm one of you guys. What are you talking about? This is my dad. That's my look. Come on, man. So if you weren't in the books, then you know what I mean. You weren't there, man. You know.
I appreciate.
Go on.
John 6:44. Good number, 44. No man can come to me except the Father which hath sent me draw him, and I will rise him up at the least day. It is written in the prophets, and they shall be all taught by God. Every man therefore that hath heard and hath learned of the Father cometh unto me.
Yes,
Yeah, can I just add to what you said? Made a point about Zabach, that Korean guy went up to the camp, and when I hear things like that, and someone feels that he's got the authority to tell someone away, and the person goes and walks away, he's lacking faith. It's a stumbling block. But if he was really convinced that he within himself, with faith, the scripture says that no man can come to me unless the Father draw you. You shouldn't be discouraged. No man should be able to discourage you and make you feel that you're not who you are.
There's a scripture on it. It says, no man, I have a key, an open door, and no man can open, I open it and no man close it. So if Yahweh has already elected you, predestined you to be of the elect, no man can stop that. So I try and find that scripture.
And you know what as well, since we're talking about genealogies, yeah. The scary thing is you can look like a so-called, you can look like a black person, let's just say that. You could look like an Israelite, but you could be an Edomite.
That's right.
So that proves it's about the seed, man.
I just want to finish off what I was saying.
By faith, man.
Because I was watching a video last night, and a guy who looked like an Edomite, Chicago brother, and he said that he was turned away by, could have been somebody, but he said probably wasn't GMS, and he came up to him, and you could see that he felt really like rejected, and he built him up again, and he said, if you really are an Israelite, you just stand at the side and listen. But sometimes people haven't got enough self-confidence. But he said it's a judgment onto those that turn him away as well, and it also could be a stumbling block onto you if you let yourself be turned away. Because the Most High is supposed to be dealing with you, and he's supping with you, and if you know he is, stand your ground, man.
That's right.
Go on.
I was going to say, these guys that say, what's your genealogy or what's your father, how do you know you ain't got an Edomite in your lineage, man? And so-called white man in your lineage? And you didn't wake up to this truth through carnal means. You woke up to this truth through the Spirit. You know, not just because you saw yourself in a 12 tribes chart. You woke up to this truth because you're an Israelite and your spirit gravitated towards it. You don't just wake up one day and say, oh, I'm a black man,
Well, that's
so
the
I'm
spirit.
an Israelite.
So that's cut you off. That's the spirit, because the scriptures do say, our spirit beareth witness.
Yeah, Romans 8:16.
Can I get this real quick? Because looking at the lineage was an ancient custom of ours. Remember, we fell off from our old customs, man. We fell away from our heritage. At one point, all of us did not even know we were Israelites. Okay, so everything, our records, everything was done away with now. Now, this thing is solely only by faith, man. You come into this thing by faith. Let me read this real quick. In the ancient times, if you couldn't show you are an Israelite, man, you are put away from the priesthood, man. This is Ezra 2:62, and it says, "This sought their register among those that were reckoned by genealogy." Because I read earlier on that our genealogies were reckoned and written in the book, right? It says, "This sought their register among those that were reckoned by genealogy, but they were not found. Therefore were they as polluted, put from the priesthood." So it's like you were a heathen. You couldn't find yourself, you couldn't show yourself being an Israelite, because during the captivities, man, it wasn't just Israel that they gathered from the different, it wasn't just Israel that the Babylonians had power over, it was the different other nations as well, man. So when you couldn't show, when it was time to build the temple again, and you could not show in the records that you were an Israelite, they put you away like you are one of the other nations. Like, listen, we don't know if you're one of us or not. This thing is for Israel only, man. Okay? Because remember, during the same time period, man, is when we tried to build the temple again and tried to build our walls again in the temple, the other nations came and said, what, man?
Oh, yeah,
we seek our power. We want to help you. And what did Ezra say, man? No, man. We have nothing to do with you other people. Okay? So it says, but they were not found, therefore were they as polluted, put from the priesthood, and the Teshachar said unto them that they should not eat of the most holy things, till there stood up a priest with the Urim and the Thummim. Because now the answer would come from the Heavenly Father, say, are these guys Israelite or not? You know?
Let's get them scriptures on. We're gonna get this. Let's get them scriptures on Paul being an apostle to the Gentiles and stuff.
Like if I'm add as well, man. This is why by the time we go to the New Testament after Yahushua, and by the time we go to the time of the Apostle Paul, you can imagine the amount of captivity that we have been through, man. We just came from the Greek captivity, where there was Israelites that actually denounced being Israelites.
And this is why. You know? And this is why, when Paul had his conversion, they thought he lost the plot, man, because you're bringing these Greeks, into the temple. What the hell's wrong with you, man? Because you got to see. People think, Greeks. They'll think of, black people that just dress the same as Israelites. No, these guys had tattoos on them, bald heads. They were getting men with men, women with women, doing all kind of crap. All right, and then Paul was like, "Yeah, come, because you're Israelites, So you have to put it into actual, see it in your mind that that's crazy, man. But that was the beginning of what the apostleship of the Gentiles, which are really Israelites, man. So to prove that, look, we're no longer going by the genealogies, man. All right, but back then, as the brother was getting into, it was a very serious thing, man, because anybody could creep in, man. Oh, you're the sons of God, okay? I'm gonna say that too, That's a priesthood.
So may I just quickly bring up a quick thing? It's on the topic, yeah? This is Leviticus 24:10. It says, "And the son of an Israelitish woman, whose father was an Egyptian, went out among the children of Israel, and this son of the Israelitish woman and the man of Israel strove together in the camp. And the Israelitish woman's son blasphemed the name of Yahweh and cursed. And they brought him unto Moses. His mother's name was Shelemith, the daughter of Debri of the tribe of Dan. And they put him in ward, that the mind of Yahweh might be shown to them. And Yahweh spake unto Moses, saying, Bring forth him that have cursed throughout the camp, and let all them hear him lay their hands upon his head, and let the congregation stone him. That thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel, saying, Whosoever curseth his power shall bear his sin. And he that blasphemeth the name of Yahweh, he shall surely be put to death, and all the congregation shall certainly stone him, as well as the stranger, and he that is born in the land where he blasphemed the name of Yahweh, he shall be put to death. So the point I'm trying to make is that there was a guy up in the camp who wasn't actually an Israelite. His mother was an Israelite, but he was the son of an Egyptian. He blasphemed the Most High, and they put him to death. So I just wanted to bring that out.
Yeah, because it proves, man, you do some dumb shit like that. It's like, people do some stuff, it's like, I ain't sure about you, man. Like, you even one of us, man. Like, what the hell's that? You know? You got a precept, you got a precept, you got a precept.
I got a precept. This is just, it's from earlier what I was talking about with the brother Ariel. No man can shut it to you. If Yahweh has granted you faith, this is Revelation 3 and 8. I know thy works. Behold, I have set before thee an open door, and no man can shut it. For thou hast a little strength, and hast kept my word, and hast not denied my name.
So if there's a virus on the loose, why are they allowing shit like that? Is that not supposed to be unsafe for people?
Large crowds,
You know? When the motherfuckers touching each other and protesting and all that shit, breathing on each other. So if they find out that one person there had it, they will say everybody that was there is at risk. Anyway.
This is Acts 2nd chapter, verse 1. So it says, and when the day of Pentecost was fully come, they were all with one accord in one place.
all that screaming and shit, like just breathing out and just like, God, it's not all that.
And they were all with one accord in one place. Verse 2. And suddenly there came a sound from heaven as of a rushing mighty wind, and it filled all the house where they were sitting. And there appeared unto them cloven tongues like as of fire, and it sat upon each of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit, and began to speak with other tongues, as the Spirit gave them utterance. And they were dwelling at Jerusalem Jews, devout men out of every nation under the heaven.
Yeah, because there was diasporas, man. That's why people don't get into the history, people don't get into maps and stuff. You don't understand, like, you just think, every last Israelite, like, left Israel and went to the west coast of Africa. It wasn't like that, man. Even before that captivity, you had people all over, man.
And then after that, man, Esau came and took every single one of them into slavery.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah.
we've got them all.
Every single last of them. Come on, man.
Come on, people don't be silly, man. Like even when the Lord's parents, when he was a baby and they took him into Egypt, Christians actually believe like they're the only Israelites in Egypt. Like, oh yeah, we're three of us. There was an Israelite community in Egypt, man.
Yep. Yeah.
People don't study, man. You gotta read maps, look at how people move. All right, diasporas and that, man.
Because you had Israelites that knew they were Israelites, and you had those that you had Israelites among the other nations that knew they were Israelites, and you are the ones. And you are the ones that were among the other nations that did not know at all that they were Israelites, man. Until when the word was preached to them, then they're like, it's like it's rested with their spirit, man. Yeah. They understood it, man. That's why, like, I think it's Acts 13. They wanted Paul to come and preach more the following day, the following Sabbath.
It's like, yeah, get that, but it's like, oh, you're not an Israelite if you don't live in the land of Israel. So what? You're not a so-called Nigerian because you're in England then? Come on, man. As if the actual land is the justification of where you're from, man. People move, man.
Every time you use that, you're using Chinese people, man. It's like if Chinese who are born in America, are they Chinese or are they American? What's their nationality?
That's what's lucky. Herod was referred to as an Idumean. Now, was he directly from the land of Edom? No. Well, but he was still an Edomite. No, he was still referred to as an Idumean.
He tried to convert it. Herod tried to convert it.
Go on, freeze it.
They're gone, man.
This is John 10 and 16. And other sheep I have, which are not of this fold. Them also I must bring, and they shall hear my voice.
So the other sheep is who, man? Because back there in Israel, you had a heavy presence of, because people say the Jews, you don't even know what the Jews are. Like the Jews really means to be like Judah, but then colloquially it was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. Those were the three main tribes in Israel at the time, man. Okay? And then it got to the point where the people were operating under the idea or under the guise that, well, you know, the Lord's only dealing with us, like the other tribes, they ain't really a part of this anymore. But Yahushua was letting them know there's other sheep of another fold, which is talking about the northern kingdom, man. Alright? Because the promises, the covenants was made with the whole house of Israel, man. Not just Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. So they would have to be brought back. Now, at the time, once again, you can't take it to one extreme. There wasn't nobody from the northern kingdom in the land. Of course, there were, you know, people from the northern kingdom in Israel at the time, but the majority of them weren't there, man. That's why Yahushua had to take that trip. He actually went over to the Americas and taught the northern kingdom, man. Alright, that's why they have them pictures and them sculptures of chariots and stuff, man. Alright, because the Lord went there, man. You know?
Yeah, and the legend about, I don't remember what the name is, but there's a legend. What's the name?
Quetzalcoatl.
Quetzalcoatl.
Yeah, that's what they call him in Mexico.
Yeah.
It's a legend of a man that came up from the skies, man. That's why, so it's a legend, but they knew he was gonna come back at some point. They didn't know when, and this is why they kept on saying when. Because remember watching the documentary about the Mayans and so on and so forth. They said because of that legend, when they saw Esau come with the ships, they thought that was him, man.
That's like at the end of the film Apocalypto.
Yeah.
You know, at the very end, you see the ships coming on the horizon.
Yeah. The real apocalypse started when those ships came.
That's why whenever they're doing them UFO documentaries, it's always over there in like places like Mexico and stuff. Even they got chariots over there, they got pyramids over there, you know, unfinished pyramids and stuff, and on them they've got, you know, the Lashua and Kadash. Okay, that's because it's our people that were back there in Egypt building that, man. Okay. He was reading last, read that.
This is John 10 and 16. And I must bring, and they shall hear my voice, and there shall be one fold and one shepherd.
Yeah, because there's no longer going to be that split between the southern kingdom and Judah shall not vex Ephraim. And that's according to the prophecies, man, because there was not in the truth, but in the world, there's a split between us, man. We actually think we're two different people, man. You know, shit. There's a split between the Jews, man. You know, I'm African, you're Caribbean. Oh, fuck you dirty African. That's it, back in school, man.
Yeah, like that boys in the hood. Where you from? I ain't no African. I ain't no doo-doo eating African.
Yeah, you know, so even amongst Judah and Benjamin, there was like a big strife, man. You know, but the main one was between us and the northern kingdom. But the Lord said they're going to be one. Let's get that in Ezekiel.
That's Isaiah.
Is Isaiah or Ezekiel?
Well, I got it.
You read it.
It's Isaiah
My bad.
11 and 13. So it says the envy also of Ephraim.
Oh no, not that one. That's a good one. But I was looking Ezekiel, the two sticks, 38. Let's get that. Read that one, then we'll get it.
It's Isaiah 11 and 13. So it says the envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off. Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. Ephraim apart.
So after this truth is what's made us come together as a whole, man. All the tribes together in one understanding. Before nothing has ever made us come together as a people under one understanding. We had those times whereby we had similar situations where we fought together, especially against Esau, when Esau oppressed all of us together, you see. But this truth is what's really brought us together, united, man, as a tribe, you know, in one accord, as the Israelites. With the same, that's why you see there's GMS camps that speak Spanish. Okay, GMS camps in the South American countries. Within America, man, you see Judah, Benjamin, Levi, and then you see some Ephraimites, Mexicans, all together under one accord, man.
Yeah.
Okay.
When I went out there in Spain, man, there's a part where it's just, you can tell that's just Jake, man. And you vibing with them, eating and speaking, and then, you know, trying to teach you Spanish, and then you're trying to teach them English, and just getting along, man. You know, it's beautiful, man. We're the same people, man.
So like, 'cause I was watching this, started watching this series on Netflix called The Get Down. It's about like how hip hop started in New York in the late 70s, and they show you in any of those like series that's filmed in like New York in the 70s, Judah and Ephraim together, man, chilling together.
Yeah.
They might live in different neighborhoods, but when they get together, you know, they chill with each other and vibe with each other.
We've had, when you think about it, we've actually had many little feuds and wars between our own tribes, man. Like that time Benjamin almost got wiped out, man. You know, because the rest of Israel wanted to done their dance.
Yeah, because what they done, what was it? They raped
killed
that woman?
Yeah, they gang raped her till she died, man.
So like, and even I believe was it Manasseh and Ephraim with the Shibboleth situation, where if you pronounce the word Shibboleth correctly, incorrectly, they knew you were from the tribe.
It's at Amos 9:11, and it says, "In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen."
You got Ezekiel.
In that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
Yeah, the breaches is what the gaps, man, the holes, man, where we don't see eye to eye, or we're not cool, or that's your people and my people. No, those gaps, those breaches are gonna be sealed, man. Right, we're gonna look at each other as one, man. All right, and like I said, the Mosai, as Apostle Gabar always says, the Mosai is an artiste, man. All right, if you had a painting, if I took you to a gallery and I said, hey brothers, man, this gallery here, they got some sick paintings in there. Like, you're gonna have fun. Like, you can take pictures of it. You're gonna wanna have this as your wallpaper. Like, it's a sick painting, yeah. And we get to the gallery and it's just a one square canvas of blue or black. You'll be looking at that like, fuck, man. There's no shape, no color, just one pure color, man. But if it's got various colors, various shapes and stuff, and it's like one of these abstract paint, you're gonna be like, yeah, that's nice, man. Same thing with the Mosai. If you made, you know, all Israelites just one color, one size, you got them guys, man, like Deborah Yahoo and her husband, you know, and they're bullshit talking about, Israel's black, and you know, you gotta love black women and this, like, the Most I gonna make the whole nation just one color, man. Everybody eats the same food, has the same vibe, the same music. It's that's dead, that's boring.
Like Moab, they all look exactly the map.
They all look the same, man. All look the same, they all sound the same. Speak to the next one, like, well, come on, bro.
Are you Chinese? They're Japanese. You call him Chinese, man. You'll be offended because he's Japanese. Be like, you motherfuckers all look the same, man.
Fucking look the same, man. You know. But then the Mosai made us with variety. Why? Because the Mosai is the master artiste, man. The Mosai himself has variety, man. As I said earlier, each tribe, each characteristic of the 12 tribes is a characteristic of the Mosai, man. Like Judah, man. Judah, they're all about that. I'm the king, like, yeah, man, like, you know, we're the top, like, I'm the top man. That's Judah's vibe. The Mosai's the top man. He's got that vibe about him, you know. Benjamin, they've got that. Listen, it's war mode, man. Raven and wolf, man.
Yeah, that's
they can't go on.
That's why they're always in groups.
Yeah,
I grew up with Jamaicans.
Yeah, man. Always in groups.
Always
man.
in groups like a pack of wolves, man.
What a vibe for today. Yeah. You know, everybody together, man. You know, the Mosai's got that Raven and wolf side about him, man. All right. You've got Levi, man, lawyer, joined unto me. All right. The Levites, man, I always say this. They got this vibe about them that's weird. Like, it's not weird. It's weird, but it's like you can tell they're different, man.
Can I just, go on that like point? Because on live stream, Elder Apostle Tahar has that Levite.
He's got that Levite vibe.
Next to him, and he says, they're the Levites, because he's a Levite, isn't it? Don't mock my Levite, innit?
It's true,
because like, man. Levites are like, they're the geek out of the group, like.
They're like, say you got a family here with like 5 kids. Everybody's together. Then you got that one kid. They're always in their room. They're always in a book doing something by themselves. That's Levi, man.
They study.
But they say they're the closest tribe to the Most High, man. Joined unto me. You know. Then you got the silly doves. You know. Ephraim always joking about and stuff. The Most High's got that side to him. So each tribe, man, that's a characteristic of the Most High. Okay.
It's at Jeremiah 3:18, and it says, in those days, the house of Judah shall walk with the house of Israel, and they shall come together out of the land of the north to the land that I have given for an inheritance unto your fathers.
So the house of Judah and the house of Israel is representing what? Joseph, man. The so-called northern kingdom, man. And they're gonna walk together. Let's get Ezekiel. Caleb, go ahead.
That's never happened ever since the split, man.
Yeah, never.
There's no way in history where that's ever happened until now. So this is prophecy fulfilling, man.
Yeah.
Israelites among the nations, the tribes coming together. This is prophecy fulfilling in the presence. That's why I say is like the Lord is doing all these things in the midst of our enemies, man. In the midst of the other nations, Esau. They are watching all these things. The bonds come together right now, man.
The Lord says that. Thou preparest the table before me in the presence of my enemies, man. So in the presence of our enemies, as the brother saying, the Lord's building us up, man.
That's right.
Another
one is Psalms 51.
Yeah.
The one right after where it says, what art thou to do to declare my statutes?
Yeah.
It says, I will set them in order in thy face.
Can't.
So the Lord is setting us in order in these people's faces, man.
Can't.
Daniel 2:44, it says, I will set up a kingdom in the days of these kings. So this is all prophecy fulfilling, man. When you see all these people, all of us coming together,
and
it's a beautiful thing.
It's beautiful, man. Like you got imagine just the kingdom in righteousness, man. Like when it comes to like food, man. Judah, like, you cook it like this, and they gonna go to Ephraim like, oh yeah, we do the same thing, but we cook it like this, and we gonna share it, share our, Judah's got their way of dancing, Ephraim got their way of dancing, all these different tribes, man, sharing our women and stuff, and it's beautiful, man, okay, because the seed is continued by the man anyway, so it's not like if you share your women, then you're gonna mix the tribes up. No, that child gonna be wherever the father is, man, okay, so it's just gonna be beautiful, man, and that's why we, as the brother's been saying, in the truth we see that, man. Brothers from all different tribes, man. All right.
I'll just say something, because we will all have melanin. There will be differences, but we will all have. Because most side does like variety, but everybody will have melanin. Everybody will have melanin.
Well, different, because they got melanin now, but it's all varied, man. Like different. The way that, because when I was reading about it in some article, the way the melanin hits you when you're being born is different, man. That's why, like, so-called Puerto Ricans, Ephraimites, Mexicans, they got melanin, man. High levels of it too, but the way it hits them in their genes is different from the way it hit a Judah.
I just meant darker.
But it's gonna be, melanin's gonna be beautiful, man. Because even these Hamites, they got melanin. Moabites got melanin. The way it hits their skin is different from ours, man. It's just different levels of it.
You know, Moabites, the ones that are like the ones that live out of the city, out of the cities, the ones that are very dark.
Yeah. Southern China.
Yeah.
Very dark.
Because even I'll be darker too. I ain't got a problem being darker.
So like in summertime when I wear a t-shirt, it's like from my arms onwards, the rest of my body is like light, and then the rest of my arms is like completely dark. Melanin, like it changes with the sun.
And that's why when you really get into it, it says the Lord made man from the dust of the earth. There's different types of dirt, man. The dirt on the surface is lighter. Then the deeper you go, the darker it gets, the richer the nutrients, man. Alright, because the Lord made everything in pairs, man. So you got Israelites, like, it happens a lot with so-called Nigerians, man. I know this. Even in my family, man, like, it's a thing where the male children come out dark and the females come out light, man. If you saw my sister, right, my sisters, you would never believe we're siblings, man. Because you look at our parents, they look like I look like them, and then it's like, what happened to you motherfuckers, man? you can like bare light skin,
My sister's the same as well.
Happens, man.
Half my family are dark skin, the other half are like light skin.
Same with me, because if Elder Apostle Aria, look at him good. He's blonde. He's black blonde. You got black blonde people, and on my other side, like you got black. Elder Apostle Aria, the one who's above.
You mean
Aria?
High priest.
Former.
High priest.
Oh,
Yeah. Look at him good, his beard, he's got, and you got some in certain places, you got so-called melanated people, black people with blonde hair. So who knows, man? I mean, it might be a bit of a deficiency, but you got black people that actually look yellow if you look at them good. My brother, they call him Chinese man, because he's got the Chinese eye,
everything. Yeah.
fair Chinese yellow, high yellow, the so-called high yellow.
Even Solomon, he wouldn't have looked like a straight up, you know, so-called black man, because his mother was an Ammonite man. You know, so he might have had some of that slit eye traits. You never know.
Hey,
Man.
we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out in the
Next
king.
question. Did you say Solomon's mother was an Ammonite?
I believe so.
Because that would be Bathsheba. So is Bathsheba an Ammonite?
Yeah, she was. I remember she was. Yeah, I know for sure his mother was an Ammonite.
Didn't know that.
I'm not.
Something like when you go home, you just have to double check.
It's Rehoboam's mother was an Ammonite.
And even King David, he wasn't dark skinned. He was red bone, light complexion.
I'm hearing that, and I'm hearing he might be. I'm hearing two.
Because it says ruddy. When you look up ruddy,
Yeah.
I think it was just lighter.
Can't.
Light fade. It wouldn't have been light because more by that time could have been dark.
Yeah.
Can't.
Or dark skinned at that time, man. Just a lot. Throughout the years, there's been a lot of mixing of the people, man.
Now you got me thinking, man. Somebody look it up, man. If
I think it was Rehoboam probably was an Ammonite. Yeah.
Because Bathsheba was married to Uriah.
I know. Look up who Solomon's mother was.
Yeah, hold on.
But anyways, who's got Ezekiel 3? Because we ain't got that yet.
Where do you want it from?
Look up the thing, please.
Yeah.
Rehoboam's mother was an Ammonite.
Where do you want me to read Ezekiel 37 from? It's top or from 15? The 2 sticks or?
Two sticks.
Okay. So this is Ezekiel 37:15. It says, "The word of Yahweh came again unto me, saying, Moreover, thou son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it, for Judah and for the children of Israel his companions. And take another stick and write upon it for Joseph, the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel his companions, and join them one unto another, and they shall become one stick in thine hand. And when the children of the people shall speak unto thee, saying, Wilt thou not show what thou mean by these? Say unto them that Yahweh power. Behold, I will take the stick of Joseph, which is in the hand of Ephraim, and the tribes of Israel and his fellows, and will put them with him, even the stick of Judah, and make them one stick, and they shall be one in mine hand."
Yeah, and that's really talking about. The stick is really talking about. When you get into Hebrew, it's a plank, man. You know, wood, which is where you get the sign from, man. You know, you can use plastic, metal, whatever, but that's really talking about all 12 tribes being on one stick, which means them coming together, man. Okay, that's just unattractive, man.
She's walking around like she's the hot stuff.
But yeah, that's us coming back together, man. So there's no longer gonna be a divide, man. All right, and as we keep saying, in the truth, that's already happened, man. All 12 tribes, we're one, man. Okay. Go back to what you had. If you have something.
Precept, if you need anything.
So Rehoboam's mother was not Ammonite. She was an Ammonitess. I believe it's the first Kings.
But can't you look up who Solomon's mom was?
Solomon.
You got this.
I think it was Bathsheba.
Yeah, it was Bathsheba. But
See where she's from.
fine. Where she's from.
You got abusive.
Yeah, Matthew 24:14. And this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness unto all nations.
Now, why would that need to happen? If all Israel, because we're talking about the diaspora, right? If all Israel, like if Edomites, the brother said, rounded up every last Israelite, okay, and you know, when we were in Israel, or when we went to the western coast, why would we need to go to all nations? Because you could just go to one location and be like, okay, here's every single Israelite. That proves that we've been scattered, man. Go on.
And then shall the end come. Another one, verse